Matt Trudell and Mark Winkle back with you guys here, about to start the second half. Dragons are up 39-25. Mark, I think this is probably the best half shooting performance that this Dragons team has had all year so far. 55.6, 15 of 27 from the field. Just under 38% from three-point range, 60% from the free throw line. I mean, it was a pretty good offensive first half for the Dragons.
Yeah, it really was, and a lot of that is because they're not settling for outside shots. They're not settling for contested shots. They're doing a great job of working the ball around on both fast break transition as well as in the half court to make sure that they have good shooting opportunities, whether it's inside or out. Honestly, like this, you're absolutely right, Matt. This is their best performance offensively that they've had all season.
Skipjack's going to start the second half with the ball. Muhammad's going to shoot a three. Both teams missed, and now it will be Dragons' possession. Both teams are starting with their same starting lineup from the beginning of the game. Mekhi Mallet gets it to Thomas. Thomas hesitates, bounces it down to Harmon. Harmon out to Mallet. Mallet for the open three. Misses it too strong. Battle for the rebound. She comes down with it. Crosses up a defender, gets it to Harmon. Harmon, tough shot. Misses that in the lane. Moxie comes down with it. And Muhammad heading the other way for the Skipjacks. She gets it off to Ayani Brown. Now Nia Q. She's going to back it out, reset. 17 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, and before the game started, Mallet was talking to Coach Withers, and Coach was trying to encourage her big forward to take some of those long-range shots. She feels confident that she has a good three-point shot and wants her to let it go if she's got an open look.
Moxie down low hits a hook shot off the backboard, makes it 39-27. Skipjacks have the first points of the second half. Harmon gets fouled. She misses the shot, but she will go to a line for free throws.
And both teams going right to their bigs early on. Moxie, she'd been struggling a little bit. That was just her second basket of the game. Now 2 for 6 from the field, and she's trying to just find enough space around the basket to be able to get the open looks, but she's been guarded so tightly throughout the game. It's just been uncomfortable. And then Howard comes right back on the other side, gives it right to Harmon, a good pass into the post, and Harmon got fouled on it. But again, she's just being strong and aggressive. Love to see that from the bigs of the Howard Dragons.
Harmon makes the first free throw. She does not get the friendly roll from the second one, but an offensive rebound. Mallet gets her pass tip, and they're going to call a jump ball. It will stay with the Dragons. Moxie just picked up her second foul, so that is something to monitor for the Skipjacks team. Mallet now looking for the inbound pass, needs help, has to throw it all the way out to Thomas. Thomas comes down with it. Then they're going to reset. Kaya Smith going to shoot a three. Misses it. Harmon gets the offensive rebound, turnaround, puts it back up, misses that. Harrington gets the offensive rebound, misses that. And Moxie is battling on the ground. They're going to call a jump ball. And that will go to the Skipjacks.
Yeah, and the Dragons finally get a couple of offensive rebounds themselves. Unfortunately, can't take advantage of that with the missed shots around the basket. But again, good looks by the Howard inside. Can't complain about any of the shots they took.
Moxie misses the shot, rebounded by Mallet. And a turnover by the Dragons.
Yeah, and for Mallet, that was just a little bit forced. Didn't need to throw that one up when they had plenty of time on the shot clock.
Muhammad now on the other end off of a long pass. Dribbles in the middle of the lane and gets the shot off the backboard to go. Dragons are up by 11.
Yeah, but if you're not careful, we're going to have a repeat of what happened at Garrett. Again, we talked about it earlier, a 17-0 run for the Lakers coming out of the halftime when the Dragons had the lead. Can't let that happen again. Hopefully Coach Withers has taught our team some good lessons on how to not let that momentum go against you.
Kaya Mallet out here looking like Justin Herbert, throwing lasers down to the baseline. Harmon's going to go to the line for 2 free throws.
And a lot of that has to do with trusting your teammates, trusting that, if you're going to throw a bullet like that in there, that they're going to be able to catch it, get settled, and get a good shot in. And you got to love to see that because she certainly does trust her teammates to be there and be ready for it.
Micaiah Mallett comes out of the game for Corcoran. Harmon misses the first free throw.
You know, you talk about, you keep making the football references. How many times do quarterbacks throw to receivers they don't trust to catch the ball? You start making some drops, you're not going to get the ball thrown to you. It's just that simple.
Harmon makes the second one. A timeout is called by Coach Gwen Barnes of the Skipjacks. It's a 30-second timeout, so we're going to stay here with you. So Dragons have yet to make a shot from the field in the second half. They have made 2 out of their 4 free throws, and they are currently sitting with a 12-point lead. Not much time has gone off the clock to really make a guess of like who's coming out looking a little better so far. The Skipjacks have made some shots from the field, but the Dragons are still playing very tough defense, and they're getting some offensive rebounds.
Yeah, and I find this an interesting timeout for the Skipjacks, calling one out of the halftime just 2.5 minutes in. You know, you had 15 minutes in the locker room to make all your team adjustments, to figure out what you want to do, and then you call a timeout 2.5 minutes in. Clearly there's something maybe that they had discussed at halftime that they're like, you know what, that didn't work, that's just not going to happen. Let's switch it up again. Maybe it's a matchup difference. I'm not sure, but you have to imagine that there is a really good reason why head coach Gwen Barnes wanted that timeout there to settle her team down.
Yanni Brown gets it up, passes it over to Q. Q, driving lane, gets it to Royave. Yave for 3. Misses it. Harrington comes down with the rebound, gets it to Kaya Smith. Coach Barnes calls a play.
For the Skipjacks, they're just not a great three-point shooting team. They only average 2.3 made three-pointers a game. For them to settle for those outside shots in this game is certainly not what they want in order to make their comeback.
Corcoran misses the 3. Moxie comes down with the rebound. Now the Skipjacks extra pass to Muhammad for 3. Misses it. Rebounded by Corcoran. And now Kaya Smith heading the other way. Oh, I think Smith was trying to hit Thomas, and Harrington got her hand up, and now the Skipjacks steal it, head the other way. Q gets an easy layup.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Matt. Just a little bit of a miscommunication. Smith saw that there was a wide open player on the back post, and Harrington, who was running through the middle, just tried to reach back, thinking that the pass was for her. An unfortunate turnover.
Kaya Smith looking to get a pick from Harmon. She throws up the floater in the lane, misses it. Moxie comes down with the rebound. She loses control of it, and it will stay with the Dragons. And a timeout is called by Coach Barnes of the Dragons.
And then look at that. It's the Dragons right back calling another timeout just a couple minutes later. So now it's Coach Aaron Withers who's going to sit here and be like, you know what? Now that Skipjacks have made their adjustment, let's make ours. How are we going to match up? So again, coming out of that that timeout for Chesapeake, they took a few three-pointers, trying to see if they can get a three-point shot going for them. Maybe that'll open up the middle a little bit more. Now the problem is they're not hitting them. Yep. So is that really going to bring the Dragons out more to see three-pointers that are not being made? If I were them, just stay compact, stay in that tight, whether it's man or zone, stay in the paint and don't allow anything in the paint against the Skipjacks bigs.
Yep, and the Dragons will come out of this timeout. Again, have yet to hit a basket in the second half, but they are sitting with a 10-point lead. Already 23 three-point shots taken by this Chesapeake club.
Yeah, and they're shooting at a clip of 8.7% made.
Smith inside to Mallett. Mallett's going to shoot the 2 from the free throw line. Misses it. Rebounded by Corcoran. Corcoran needs help. Now Micaiah Mallett inside telegraphs the pass. Stolen away by Muhammad. And now Yanni Brown almost traveled. And she's just going to slow it down. They can make it single digits here. Down low to Moxie. Moxie turnaround hook shot is down and in. 8-point lead by the Dragons is the closest the Skipjacks have been.
Yeah, and Moxie's been trying to do that hook shot all day long. Finally gets to go down for the first time tonight.
Smith is open for 3. Misses that one. Battle for the rebound. It goes out of bounds off of Moxie, so it will be Dragons ball. Reset the shot clock to 20 seconds.
think the Dragons might have caught a little bit of a break on that one. It looked like it might have gone off the right hand of Mallet at the end. Howard certainly will not complain about the extra opportunity.
Mallet now misses the shot. Rebound goes to Q. And now open on the backside is Muhammad. Easy basket. 6-point lead now by the Dragons.
And that last Howard offensive opportunity, we keep talking about it. Don't go into the 6'4" player that's standing right there with her arms up. You have to create the space from that, not go into her. And unfortunately for the Dragons, the turnover and then the fast break basket for the Skipjacks the other way. This lead is really, really collapsing with the Dragons very quickly. They've got to find a way to get a basket to just slow it down.
Mallet over to Smith. Smith for three. Misses that one. Battle for the rebound. Sydney Harmon gets it. She's going to take on the defense. A little bit of contact, nothing, but Kaya Smith gets the offensive rebound and the first basket of the second half.
And it's the hustle of Smith. She's really just the engine that really drives this team forward.
Sydney Harmon does an excellent job to disrupt the pass into Moxie. Harrington, Bynum, and Smith come in for Thomas, Mallet, and Harmon. Sharon Brown comes back into the game for the Skipjacks. It'll be Dragons ball. They are up by 8 points, has a chance to make it a double-digit lead again. Harrington throws it all the way over to Kaya Smith. Now Corcoran down low to Harrington, and that's what they needed. That's what worked in the first half, and an easy bucket.
Yeah, it's the quick ball movement. Chesapeake is just not great about recognizing the players on the back post, not great awareness, and Howard has taken advantage of it. Really, really good passing and making the ball move quicker than the players.
Brown gets fouled. It's going to be on Rochelle Bynum. Moxie gets the inbound pass, misses the shot. Good position by the Skipjacks, but Sharon Brown is not able to corral it, so it'll be Dragons ball.
And we've talked about the impact of getting Corcoran back in the lineup. She's 1 for 3 from the field, 0 for 2 from three-point range. Would like to see her go to the basket a little bit more, see if she can really get on the score sheet a little bit more, because the Dragons could use a little bit more on the scoring threat, and right now she's just not giving Howard that extra option.
Harrington misses the shot. Skipjacks on the other end. Muhammad drives baseline, makes a tough shot. 45-37. Dragons are up by 8 points. 3 minutes left. 3:15 left in the third quarter. Nia Smith, excellent dish to Harrington, and Harrington gets it.
You know, we were talking earlier about how Nia Smith has been a great find on the outside shooting, but she also shows there she has the ability to drive the basket, cut to it, opens up for a great pass and easy basket for Harrington. But again, it's just having the people that are willing to be able to be that inside-out players, the shooters from the outside that also can drive in, makes it really hard to defend.
Rochelle Bynum picks up her third foul, second one, real quick one in this second half, so she's going to come out the game for Sarah Deese. Moxie's going to take a seat for number 22, Nikayla Smith. So both teams move into a smaller lineup. Missed free throw by, I think that's Q. Yes,
Yep.
It is, an IQ.
And we've seen that if the game does go to a smaller lineup, it goes to a quicker pace. Typically, that has favored the Howard Dragons, so maybe they can start to get that lead back a little bit more that they had with the smaller lineup. See if they can push the pace a little bit more, especially as, again, the full court press for the Skipjacks.
Sarah Deese with an excellent pass to Harrington, and Harrington is just killing it right now. 14.7 rebounds. Muhammad now.
Harrington on the fast break has been the difference in this game. Again, yes, it was a good pass by Deese. It was a better catch by Harrington. She didn't just wait for the ball to come to her. She went and attacked it, got in front of the full court pressers that were there to try to pick it off, and went straight for an easy basket. But again, it's the aggressiveness of Harrington that has made such a big difference in this game and will need to continue to.
Dragons have 17 assists to 6 for the Skipjacks. Kaya Smith.
Well, it's all those offensive rebound putbacks that the Skipjacks are getting. You can't get all assists on those.
Right. Missed shot by the Dragons. Q now heading the other way for the Skipjacks. She tries to get around the defender. She loses it. Sarah Deese gets the steal. Gets it back to Nia Smith. Nia Smith taking on the defender. She gets fouled and hits the floor in the lane. Strong move by Nia Smith. Has a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, that's about as tough as plays you're going to find around here. What a job by her as she switched position and went to her left, took the foul. But again, we talked earlier about how when Kendall Moore backed away from the contact, Smith went into it, was able to go through it, get the basket on it. That's a huge play for the Dragons.
Huge. Huge. She's definitely brought some energy to this team, having her first game against Garrett. Dragons miss the free throw, goes out of bounds, so it will be Skipjack's ball. Dragons going to run some full court press right now, too.
And why not? It's something that the Skipjacks just haven't seen yet in this game. Ooh, that was almost a travel right there. So giving them a little bit of different looks, see if you can catch them unaware and unprepared for it.
Q drives, throws up a floater, strong, misses it, gets her own rebound. She is swarmed out to Brown. Brown's good drive, kicks it out to Sharon Brown. Sharon Brown gets away with an extra step. Battle for the ball. Harrington taps it back. They're going to call a jump ball, and it will be.
There's probably about 3 travelers in there somewhere, but yeah, no. And they again, not to keep railing on these striped gentlemen that are doing the best they can, but that was a really quick held ball. It looked like the Dragons had possession of that with a little bit of roll. If anything, it probably should have been a traveling violation with her rolling around on the ground.
They had one in the first half that was really quick as well. Missed 3 by the Dragons, and then a turnover by the Skipjacks.
You know, we talk about how Howard has the advantage when pace is put up, and a lot of the reason for that seems to be like the Skipjacks just don't have the passing. I don't know if it's awareness or just that instinct to really know where their teammates are on the fast break. A lot of turnovers for the Skipjacks on the fast break that have just not allowed them to get any fast break points. I believe they're at 0 last I checked.
Nia Smith driving, gets held up. It will be Skipjack's ball. A jump ball, it's going to be Skipjack's ball. Coach Gwen Barnes wants a foul on Nia Smith. Mallett comes back into the game for Smith. Brown gets it up over across the line to Q. Q gets fouled by Harrington. Out of position.
Yeah, and Coach Withers is 100% right. Where Harrington was just caught not moving her feet. She was trying to be a little too flat-footed. Again, we talk about how you're trying to set your feet to take a charge, but if you're not in position to take a charge, you got to keep moving and try to slow them down. If you at least move with them, you can get a little bit of a rub without getting the foul called.
Or get in their head as well,
Yeah.
Brown splits the defenders. Mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Corcoran. Corcoran's going to bring it up the court herself. Her pass gets smacked away, but Kaya Smith comes down with it. 37 seconds left in this third quarter. Dragons up 51-38.
Deese is wide open again on the wing. She's got to hit this.
And misses it, but rebound goes right down to Micaiah Mallett, so essentially a perfect pass.
Well, unfortunately, it won't go down that way in the stat sheet, but a good job by Mallett. That was a rebound again off of just hustle and effort. She was moving for the ball and was able to get in the right place at the right time, but it's just the willingness to get in there and be scrappy for it.
Q fadeaway jumper, misses it. 2 seconds, Kaya Smith gets it to Mallett. Mallett too late. She hit it, but it will not count.
Oh, man, that's just unfortunate for her. What a shot.
At the end of 3 quarters, the Dragons are up 53-38. We will be back for the fourth quarter. Okay, Metrodel Mark Winkle back with you here in the Dragons Lair in Columbia. Start of the fourth quarter, final quarter of regulation. Kaya Smith is going to start running point, gets it over to Corcoran. Corcoran had a three, gives it up. Mallet in the lane, throws up a floater, a hook shot, sorry, misses that, and it's now Boosie gets it up to Brown. Now Boosie. Brown extra pass. Brown's going to drive baseline and finds her teammate Collins on the back end. She misses it, but she gets the rebound. So now resetting up on offense is the Skipjacks. Ayani Brown, they're going to call a foul. Foul is on Sarah Deese. The Dragons, after struggling at the beginning of that third quarter, actually end the quarter up 14-13. So,
wow, it was a good job by the defense to just lock it down. Chesapeake really struggled offensively in the second part of that third quarter. And for Howard, again, they just found enough offense, mostly on the transition. The fast break has been so effective for him.
missed shot, offensive rebound by the Skipjacks. Another offensive rebound. That hit the scoreboard, but the Dragons end up with it. So no harm, no foul there. Kaya Smith's going to take it all the way, throws up a floater. Little too strong, battle for the rebound. Collins gets it of the Skipjacks. She's going to bring it up. She's 1 on 3, and they're going to call a foul.
And that's just Corcoran not understanding the situation. It was 1 on 3. There's absolutely no reason to reach in there. She was off balance. She was going nowhere with it. Still somehow managed to get bailed out with the foul because Corcoran decided to stab with her hands and not move her feet and just get into good position.
Corcoran picks up her first foul. Kayla Collins will go to the line for free throws. Misses the first one.
Collins came into the game a 100% free throw shooter, so that was her first miss of the season from the charity loss stripe.
And misses that one. Rebound goes to Harrington. Deese back over to Kaya Smith. 17 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to reset their offense. Now Deese inside to Mallet.
Watch Harrington here. Oh, they were trying for it.
Missed it, yep.
And again, it was that same play where they're trying to have one of the forwards come up to the elbow, grab the ball, and then see if they can catch it on the back post run. And a good look. Harrington just had it slapped away before she could get it under control.
9 seconds on the shot clock. Corcoran needs to find somebody. Gets it out to Smith. Gets a pick from Mallet. She's going to shoot a 3 and hits it. Big time 3, Kaya Smith. 18-point lead by the Dragons.
She was 0-4 from three-point range before that shot. And again, it takes a confident player to come up after missing 4 in a row to hit that 5th one, but she sure did with the shot clock low too. And it was just a simple play. She just came off of the screen and knew that she had to get rid of it, and it was still a really good-looking shot. Big points for the Dragons.
Corcoran with a good defensive play. That's what the stoppage was for. Collins shoots a 3, misses it. Battle for the rebound. Ends up in Moxie's hand. She gets it to Collins. Collins gets tripped in the lane. No call. And the Dragons are going to steal it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that wasn't a tripping call. That's a really unfortunate one for the Skipjacks.
Deese gets it down low to Mallet. Now Smith, going to hesitate, drive. And they're going to reset again. 13 seconds on the shot clock.
Good job by the Dragons, not forcing it. Recognize they still have plenty of time on the shot clock to get a better shot.
Deese for 3, misses it. Corcoran gets the rebound, puts it back up strong. Off the backboard and good. The Dragons have a 20-point lead, largest lead of the game. Mallet almost steals the ball from Collins. Collins going to take it all the way to wild pass to Moxie. Kaya Smith ends up with the steal. She's going to stop, shoot a 2. Nice shot by Kaya Smith. And 22-point lead. The Dragons are not going to stop playing the press.
Yeah, and you can't. You have all the momentum going your way right now. Chesapeake just seems very flummoxed right now. Take advantage of it and just add it up. Start running up as much as you can.
Corcoran got a block. Nice floater in the lane by Brown.
I'm still having trouble understanding how such a talented team that the Skipjacks have really just can't seem to find the rhythm in offense. I'm struggling to understand why they just look so flustered, despite the fact that they come in here scoring so many points and just can't seem to quite find it today.
Well, I think they probably, one, haven't really been in a close game so far this season, and that helps the Dragons. They have been in a close game. This one's not necessarily a close game right now, but, they've had to grind it out. Also, I don't think they've played quite the defensive team that the Dragons are. Arroyave shoots a three. She hits that one.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right about that last point. The Dragons really do just play a different form of defense than most of their teams. They're so aggressive. They don't want their opponents to have a single inch of space. Doesn't matter where they are in the front court.
Nia Smith hits a three.
She really is something. What an addition to this squad mid-season to have somebody like that come in and just give a spark to the team offensively. 11 points off the bench.
Q out to Muhammad for three, misses it, rebounded by Harmon. She gets it to Bynum, back to Smith.
Yeah, and a good job by the Howard team here. Now they can start taking their time. They've got a 20-point lead. There's no point in rushing any more shots. Take your time, shorten this game by really just running the shot clock down every possession.
Nia Smith is going to shoot a three again, misses that. Harmon gets the offensive rebound, throws it into Bynum. Bynum. Oh, misses the pass to Mallet.
Yeah, and it was a good look. Mallet was open, but unfortunately for Bynum, she was just still trying to recover from being knocked around a little bit and just couldn't get her feet under her to get the balance to throw a good pass.
Brown gets it across the line. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Muhammad makes the shot off the backboard. She gets fouled. I think it's on Mallet. It is on Mallet, so a chance for a three-point play.
And that's something we just haven't seen a whole lot of from the Skipjacks in this game, where they really get the driving penetration into the Howard zone. Again, you have to give credit to the Howard defense for not allowing that to happen, but they finally do, and good things happen. If the Dragons are able to keep the dribble penetrations out of the Chesapeake bag of tricks, there's just so few options for them to go to get consistent scoring.
Mallet inside to Smith. Smith, turnaround two-point jumper from the free throw line is good.
The inside-out play of Anaya Smith, it's just such a weapon for the Dragons.
Arroyave shoots a three, misses that, rebounded by Brown. Brown goes back up, misses it. Kaya Smith comes down with the rebound.
Oh, man. That's a tough one. It looked like she stripped that ball cleanly there.
I don't necessarily dislike the call. I just like how late it was. You know?
There's that too, yeah. Yeah, that was clearly one where he took a few thoughts about it, and typically if you're a referee and you have to think about it a little bit, then it's hard to really to respect the fact that it was definitely the right call. It certainly brings some questioning into it.
Yeah. Nia Smith. Bynum. Nia Smith's going to shoot another three, misses that, rebounded by Q.
Yeah, and that's one of those four shots the Howard Dragons just didn't really need. I know Nia Smith is just feeling it. She's really feeling good, but no reason to force that one up.
Brown shoots a three with the hand in her face, and she makes it.
And that's the problem. Sometimes if you shoot the three-pointer, it's going to be a long rebound and allows the defensive team to grab the rebound and get on their horses and head up the court quickly. Sometimes it's better to just work the ball down just to make sure that you're not allowing the transition.
Excellent pass down low to Harmon. Harmon gets fouled. I believe that's Arroyave. It is.
Skipjack number 21, Natalie Arave. Her second, 8 seconds.
That is her second foul. Harmon goes to the line again.
Harmon been at the line a lot. This is going to be her 6th and 7th free throws of this game.
Makes the first one.
Harmon, a favorite around here, as she was a beloved volleyball player as well for the Dragons, and now being on the basketball team. I wonder if she's going to join the track and field team in the spring, maybe the softball team, see if she can be a 3-sport athlete at Howard.
Mix in a little bit of esports.
Yeah. We'll have to go recruit her after the game's over, I guess.
Both free throws are good. Arroyave is open for 3 again. Can't let that continue to happen.
Yeah, and she's the big three-point threat. She's 2 of 7. All of her shots have come from behind the arc. If she starts heating up, that lead could start to diminish.
Malik gets fouled
man.
and has a chance at a 3-point play.
And that's the perfect answer when you get in there. That's just a heartbreaker for the Skipjacks that are trying to make a comeback. And next thing you know, a tough and one in the paint.
That's Arroyave's 3rd foul. Harmon will come out for Harrington. Mallet, chance for the 3-point play. Makes that one.
Like the fact that Howard's throwing the full court press, it's just going to, wow, I was just going to say actually just slow them down and not allow them to push the ball up quickly, but I suppose it could also result in a turnover, and Howard gets it right back.
That is a foul. Sloppy defense. Coach Gwen Barnes won't be the happiest.
Yeah, Brown was shaking her head. She knew it because she was just trying to see if she can create a turnover. But going around the defender is always, or excuse me, the offensive player is always tough because any contact that you make when you're trying to come from behind and go around, it's going to draw a whistle every single time.
It's a dangerous game because the Skipjack team's trying to get back in, and they're very close to putting the Dragons in the bonus. Brown gets the steal. She throws it down low to Q. Q gets fouled by, I believe, Bynum. That should probably be her 3rd.
I believe that's Bynum's 4th, actually.
Okay. Yep, it is her 4th. Sarah Deese will come in for her.
And now both teams at 14 fouls each, so it's going to be in the bonus for both teams the rest of the game.
Ayani Brown finds Muhammad. Muhammad's going to get it into Moxie. Moxie misses the...
And again, I don't get how that's a jump ball or held ball.
Yeah.
Harrington clearly had the inside position. She clearly grabbed it first. She was clearly bringing it down. And somehow Moxie putting her hands on it for a split second results in a held ball. That's just a really quick whistle.
And 2 of them called it. Missed 3 by Q. Anaya Smith comes down with it. She's going to go coast to coast, and she gets stolen the ball. That should have been a jump ball, in my opinion.
It was about the same time that they were both holding it.
Missed layup on the other end. Kaya Smith battling for it. Moxie's on the ground.
That's a travel.
And they are going to call a timeout to the Skipjacks. It is a full timeout, so we are going to take a commercial break. 70-52, Dragons up, 2:28 left in the 4th quarter.
It was access HCC online. The will allow me to run my household. Finally, be a lead teacher next year.
Howard gave me what I needed to successfully start in a new job I'm absolutely passionate about.
Just a great experience and still being able to that I get these professional relationships I wouldn't otherwise get to do in a local college setting.
All right, Matt Trudell and Mark Winkle back with you here. 2:28 left in the fourth quarter. Dragons are up by 18 points. Skipjacks coming out of this timeout. And we're back underway. Yanni Brown gets the inbound, throws it over to Q. Baseline to Muhammad. Muhammad gets harassed. It's stolen away. That will be a jump ball.
Of course it is.
It's going to be Dragons ball. And they called a technical foul on Kaya Smith. Oh, they're calling a double technical.
Oh, man, we got a lot of action. Both coaches not happy with what's going on right now. A lot of tension in the building.
They're saying Kaya Smith kicked one of the skipjacks.
So it looks like it's going to be a double technical for both number ones, as the referee's trying to just make sure that they can get out of this game with everybody in one piece.
The last time something like this happened, one of the teams took one of the players out. Both players are staying on the court. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Sharon Brown is going to have the ball along the baseline, looking to inbound it. Bounces into Q. Now Muhammad gets it down low to Moxie. Moxie misses it. Ayani Brown gets a rebound. Now backdoor pass to Moxie. She gets the easy bucket.
And a good penetrating dribble by Brown, and opens up the space for Moxie to have the open layup. I have to wonder, where has that been all day? Chesapeake has not been able to get into the paint nearly enough, and when they do, it seems to be very effective. They've been scoring off of those bit dribble penetrations.
Nia Smith over to Mallet. Mallet's going to drive on Moxie, go reverse layup, misses it, goes out of bounds. It is going to be Skipjack's ball. Kendall Moore's going to come into the game for Harrington.
You know, just looking at the big picture, this is a region where there's a lot of teams that are even. You talk about how good CCBC Essex is. They're the number 3 team in the country. But after that, the 2 through, maybe 6 or 7 are so muddled together and a lot of good depth on those teams. These games, like right here, this matters so much for tournament seeding, because this is a game that could have gone either way and will really have an effect on the long term of the season.
Brown misses the 3. It's rebounded by Ayani Brown, and she misses her teammate, Moxie. So it'll be Dragons ball. 1:04 left in this game. Dragons up 16 points. They're going to end their 3-game losing streak and improve to 3-4 on the season.
Yeah, but you look at that schedule, and the record can be a little misleading because of how many good teams that they've played. I would imagine once they get more into regional play, you'll see a lot more of these wins come up in favor of the Dragons. With the way the schedule works, a lot of their games are at home. So you'll see Howard try to really rack up the wins while they've got the home games in their favor before they have to hit the road for the rest of the season.
Well, and we talked about this last game. This team might not have the star power that it did last year, losing Corey People, but first off, Kaya Smith is a jack of all trades. She had a triple-double. She's all over. She has a double-double tonight. But they're also deeper than they were last year. And so when things aren't going well, Coach Barnes can dig into the bench and find somebody to come and relieve it. Nia Smith, 2 straight games. She got 18 points the first game. She has 13 tonight. I'm sorry. Yes, She has 13 tonight, along with 4 assists and 4 rebounds. So just, the Smiths have had all-around games today. Julia Harrington, 14-9, got a lot of the benefits of those baseline runs in the first half. Yeah, I mean, this Dragons team is a force to be reckoned with. Also, you know, if you look at their last 4 games, 3 of them were played in 3 days. They had
Yep.
2 losses of that. And then Garrett's a tough team, you know, so.
Yep. And to your point, you know, there is no Corey people on this team. There's no question about it. Kaya Smith is a superstar. She is a superstar in the making. There's no doubt about it. She's a different kind than Corey people. She's not quite, you know, the 20-plus game scorer, but she is just able to have so much of an impact all over the court, up and down. I'll tell you what, I wish they would played on the same team. That would have been a lot of fun to see those two on the court at the same time.
And, you know, Micaiah Mallet has taken over some games so far this year. Nia Smith has taken over a game. You know, just a lot of talent.
Yeah.
She's getting trapped. She needs help from Deese. Deese almost gets her pass stolen away, but Micaiah Mallet's able to control it. 49 seconds left.
And for all the fans at home, it was Ione Brown who is down. She has been able to walk off the court on her own will, so she appears to be okay.
Kendall Moore deep 2. In and out. Rebounded by Moxie. 35 seconds left. Skipjack's heading the other way. Q loses control of it, and she goes out of bounds. The Dragons will get the ball. There will be no shot clock, so Coach Aaron Barnes tells her team, get it in bounds and get it across the line, but no shot. A lane violation called on the Skipjacks. Nia Smith gets it. She's got to watch her back. She gets it across the line. Over to Moore. And Moore's going to get it back out to Kaya Smith. The final score here in Columbia is going to be 70-54. The Dragons will win. Again, they moved to 3-4 on the season, 1-1 in the conference, 3-1 at home. This Chesapeake team will pick up their first loss of the season, move to 3-1, and they will move to 1-1 on their conference as well. All right, we will be back with an interview with Coach Barnes, but we'll step away right now. All right, Matt Trudell back here with Coach Barnes. Coach, how do you feel your team responded after that tough loss to Garrett?
I was happy with how we responded. You know, we talked all week about this being a must-win game. We're on a 3-game losing streak, and our 2-4 record coming into this are all 4 very winnable games, and we just didn't do a good job of closing games out or playing with a lot of energy and effort. So I really challenged them to put together a complete game and play hard for 40 minutes, and I think for the most part they did that.
Nia Smith 13 points tonight, 18 against Garrett. How big has she been now that she's a part of your lineup?
Yeah, she's huge for us. She's very versatile. She does a lot of things well. She can shoot, she can handle, she can pass, she rebounds, she defends when she wants to. We're working on that part, but she's been huge for us. I'm very proud of how well she's been playing.
And Julia Harrington, 14 points, 9 rebounds. Definitely benefited from those backdoor passes. It seemed like that was a plan that you guys had coming into today to take on Moxie and her being 6'4".
Yes, we know that they like to get out in transition, but as do we. We have, at any given time, we have 5 people on the floor that can really run the floor hard, and we, again, challenged our team to be better at getting out in transition, trying to get some easy baskets so we're not having to go against teams set defense on every single play, and I thought we did a pretty good job of that today.
Well, congratulations on the win. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and I'll talk to you next time.
Thank you. You have one as well.
All right, final score 70-54. Dragons now 3-4 on the season. We will be back for the second part of the doubleheader.